Comedy Film Festival. We're joined today by filmmakers from a film called Richard the Third. It's going to be screening at the festival. Is nominated for the Best Romantic Comedy Microfilm Award in Houston. Good job with this. How are you today?
We're fine, thank you very much.
All right.
Good.
I really want to tell the whole crowd what this film is about, but maybe one of you can give me the synopsis. Can you do that for me, Melva?
Richard III is about a woman's expectations of another blind internet site aren't high, but when Richard, her date, arrives, pantaloons, a flamboyant cape, and to make matters worse, speaking in Shakespeare, she's not amused.
All right. Comedy ensues. I like it. The judges like this film a lot. A lot of great laughs in it. Excellent writing. Can you talk to us, Melva, from a screenwriting perspective? What kind of ideas did you have in your head? Maybe any inspirations before you decided to make this or to write this film?
Yeah, I did. Well, it's inspired by a true story. I'm one of my writers, Catherine LaRose, titled Any Color But Beige, experiencing what she calls the shallow end of the dating pool. And it was a true story. Actually, the guy actually showed up. Also, my husband of 30 years that I met on a blind date. There was and yet here we are 30 years later, still married. And I was intrigued by all of this because, since time began, sort of just between men and women have kept the world of romance going round, that have matchmakers in it. But in today's world, a lot of going on to internet dating, and it's we're allowing us to manage our blind dates when we go on internet websites. I was intrigued by the whole idea of the difference, what happens in today, people putting people together. It's actually just lines of sites that are trying to match up the right female to the right male, and she had some interesting experiences doing the internet. And this was so I thought, well, this would be a fun way to show.
All right. And George, why did you want to get involved in this one?
Well, I've worked with Karen Tusa. She's a great producer, and she always puts together a great team. And when she came to me with this, I read it over, and I legit laughed. It was really funny, and there was no questions asked. I needed to attach myself to this project. So Karen put together this awesome team. We got a hold of some friends who own a restaurant, and we got there, sat in the cold. It was a cold day. We were in a restaurant that the heating system was so loud that we had to turn it off during shooting. And poor Melva froze because she was an extra in the back. But the reason why I got to it is mainly because of the script, and I wanted to be part of this fantastic project.
All right. Well, from a technical perspective, talk to me about maybe what you learned during production.
Well, like I said, Karen puts together top-notch teams. So I've always said iron sharpens iron. So when I got to set, I'm just building my chops as an emerging director. So just looking at the crew list, I knew that if I needed to talk to someone about sound, I know Cody, our sound guy, was top-notch. So I could go to him and collaborate with him. And I know that our camera op, Scott, we've worked with him a couple of times, and I've always collaborated with him. So for me, to be on set with such a great team and being able to pull knowledge from other people, bounce ideas off each other, like the whole idea of, for lack of a better term, a free film school, basically.
You know, I always say that these films, short films, are a little piece of film school. Did you learn anything during this process, Melva, yourself? All right. Melva's internet may be disconnecting just a little bit slightly there. We're trying to communicate. I'll go back to you, George. What do you have planned for the future? What's next?
Well, like I said, with Karen, we've got a couple of reality competition shows in the works. We have multiple scripts that we're looking at. We're applying for funding for some documentary stuff, but our main focus right now is shorts and features. So I know with Karen, she's gonna pull it together. And again, I'm fortunate and grateful enough that I just need to wait for the phone call and show up, right? So we got a few irons in the fire, and personally, I'm working on in the post department for a Lifetime movie of the week. That's my regular gig. But yeah, we always hunting down the next thing. Like we're always hustling, always hustling.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today and joining us. Tell us about your film. We're looking forward to the screenings, and I know that people are going to be laughing. It's definitely very funny.
Great, thanks for having us, and maybe next time we can actually come to Texas and actually see this in person.
Yeah, I hear you. Travel's tough for a lot of people right now, but you know what? Keep making films like this. I'm sure I'll run into you at a future event.
No,
It's
guaranteed, guaranteed.
very, very, very good work here. So, is there anything else you want to add before we go?
No, I think we're all good. I just have a great day.
All right. We linked your Facebook in the description of this video if you want to get in touch with George or Melva. And have a good one. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.